Hello, good morning, students. So we are continuing after the previous lecture. So yesterday in previous lecture we have seen SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. The comparison between SN1 and SN2 also we have seen. Now here let us see substrate and their relative rates of SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Now here table is given. In this alkyl halide given CH3Br, CH3CH2Br, CH3CH3, CHBr and CH3 thrice CBr. So different alkyl halides are given. In these alkyl halides their types. This is primary alkyl halide, this is also primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and this is tertiary alkyl halide, halide attached to carbon which is directly bonded to three another carbon, so tertiary alkyl halide. Now here see relative rates. So here for this primary alkyl halide relative rate of SN2 reaction is 37. For this it is 1. Secondary alkyl halide relative rate of SN2 reaction is 0.02, and here it is very less, 0.0008. For this same compounds, if we see relative rates for SN1 reactions. So for primary alkyl halide less than 10 raised to minus 5, less than 10 raised to minus 4. For secondary it is 1, and it is greater than that is 10 raised to 6. Means here SN2 reactions are favorable for primary alkyl halides and SN1 reaction mechanism is favorable for tertiary alkyl halides. So how and why, that we will see here. SN2 reaction as given in table, crowding on alpha carbon increases, SN2 rate decreases if crowding on alpha carbon increases, SN2 rate decreases, because crowding increases the backside attack, it becomes difficult. Hence, rate of SN2 reaction decreases in alkyl halide as primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. In secondary and tertiary, crowding of alkyl group is increased. So because of increase in crowding, the backside attack of nucleophile becomes difficult, and hence for secondary and tertiary alkyl halide, so these are not favorable for SN2 reaction. SN1 reaction, reactivity of alkyl halide changes from primary to secondary to tertiary because the carbocation form would be as. So here primary alkyl halide gives CH3 plus primary carbocation, or CH3CH2 Br, it gives CH3CH2 plus carbocation. Secondary alkyl halide gives this secondary carbocation, and this tertiary alkyl halide gives tertiary carbocation. Now here if we see the stability the stability order of carbocation is tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary than primary. So here we have seen that this tertiary carbocation having planar geometry, and because of planar geometry, nucleophile can attack from both sides, back side as well as front side. So here stability order of carbocation is tertiary is greater than secondary is greater than primary. Hence, tertiary alkyl halides are favorable, or SN1 reaction is favorable for tertiary alkyl halide. Now see, in alkyl halides, larger the size of leaving group, better is the leaving group. So here, if alkyl halide contains different halogens, these halogens are given here with their increasing size. Fluorine is the smallest, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. So thus iodine is better leaving group because of bigger size. Larger the size, better is the leaving group. So iodine is better leaving group than bromine, than chlorine, than iodine. In general, primary alkyl halides mainly reacts by SN2 reaction mechanism. Secondary and tertiary alkyl halides mainly reacts by SN1 mechanism. Okay, now here we will see some examples with their explanation. In following pairs of halides which would undergo SN2 reaction faster. So first, these two compounds, this pair is given, and second, this pair is given. Now look here, answer. Order of reactivity decreases from primary to secondary to tertiary in SN2 reaction mechanism. If we check it, so this is primary carbon to which halogen is attached. So this is primary carbon, and here chloride is attached to this carbon which is secondary. So this is primary alkyl halide and this is secondary alkyl halide. So this would react faster than this because this is primary alkyl halide and this is secondary alkyl halide. Okay, for SN2 reaction mechanism, the order of reactivity is more in primary than secondary than tertiary. So this alkyl halide will undergo SN2 reaction faster than this alkyl halide. Now second, see CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2I, and here CH3, CH2, 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 Cl. So which would undergo faster to SN2 reaction. Here we have seen larger the size of leaving group, better is the leaving group. Iodine has larger size, so it will act as better leaving group, so it will react faster. So this CH3, CH2, 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 I will undergo SN2 reaction faster than this compound, N-butyl chloride, because iodine is better leaving group than Cl, because I has bigger atomic size than Cl. Okay. Second question, which of the following pairs undergo SN1 reaction faster and why? So here also in A, two pairs are given and in B, two pairs are given. So for SN1 reaction mechanism, tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary than primary. So here we have to check out, or we have to find which is what is the nature of carbocation. So this first pair, in this first pair, SN1 reaction occurs through formation of stable carbocation. The stability of carbocation follows in order: tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. Now in this, it is tertiary alkyl halide. So it gives tertiary carbocation, while this compound gives secondary carbocation. Therefore, tertiary butyl chloride reacts faster than this secondary hexyl chloride. Okay. So next, out of the following pairs, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, Cl, CH2, CH3, it gives secondary carbocation. It gives secondary carbocation. So when this Cl leaves, so here positive charge is formed. So this is secondary carbocation. While second compound, CH3, CH2, 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 Cl, when this Cl leaves, here positive ion formation take place, and it is primary because this carbocation directly bonded to only one carbon. So this is primary carbocation. Therefore, this compound react faster than this compound. Okay. Now next, elimination reactions. After substitution reactions, nucleophilic substitution reactions, elimination reactions. The reactions in which two atoms or groups are removed from adjacent carbon in molecules to form unsaturated compound are called elimination reactions. Two atoms or groups, they are removed from adjacent carbon atoms, and by removing these two atoms or groups, so carbon-carbon double bonded compound, that is unsaturated compounds, formed. Such reactions are called elimination reactions. First, dehydrohalogenation. D means to remove, hydrohalogen means HX. Removal of HX from the given compound. Hydrohalogen is removed from this or in this reaction. So these reactions are known as dehydrohalogenation. Now see the general reaction, general compound is given CH, CX, this compound is given. Alpha carbon is that to which halogen atom is attached. It is alpha carbon. And adjacent to this, that carbon is called beta carbon. Okay, this is alpha and this is beta carbon. Now in this elimination reaction, X from alpha carbon and H from beta carbon, they get eliminated, and here formation of unsaturation or carbon-carbon double bond formation take place. With H plus and X minus, they get eliminated. See, for example, CH3CH, Cl, CH3. Now here chlorine attached to this carbon, this is alpha carbon, and this one is also beta carbon, and this one is also beta carbon. Means hydrogens from beta carbon and halogen from alpha carbon get eliminated. Plus KOH, alcoholic potassium hydroxide. Here this propene formation take place. Hydrogen from this beta and halogen chlorine from this alpha carbon get eliminated, and double bond formation take place. CH3CH double bond CH2 plus KCl plus H2O. Second example, two molecules of CH3CHBr CH2CH3 plus 2 KOH alcoholic. Now here bromine attached to this carbon, it is alpha carbon, and this is beta, and this is also beta carbon. So when this reaction take place, elimination reaction take place, we get two products. Once hydrogen from this carbon and bromine from this alpha carbon. So double bond formation takes place here. Second, hydrogen from this carbon, this beta carbon, and halogen bromine from this alpha carbon get eliminated, and double bond formation in between these two carbons. So we get CH3CH double bond CH CH3 and CH2 double bond CH CH2 CH3. So here butene, it is 80% or major product, and this is but1 in 20% or it is minor product, because here it is di-substituted alkene. So this alkene is di-substituted. Both of hydrogens from this double bonded carbon, they get replaced by two alkyl groups, CH3 and CH3. But here see, across this double bond, this carbon has two hydrogens, and from this carbon, one hydrogen is substituted by ethyl group. At this carbon, there is one hydrogen and second valency to ethyl group. It is mono substituted. Only one hydrogen is substituted by this ethyl group. So this is di-substituted CH, and it is mono substituted. This is ethyl group. So when there is possibility to form more than one alkene, the major product is formed by Saint-Gibbs rule. It is formed by Saint-Gibbs rule. Now here this di-substituted alkene is major product, and this is formed according to Saint-Gibbs rule. Now what is Saint-Gibbs rule? Let us see. Saint-Gibbs rule. In dehydrohalogenation, the preferred major product is that alkene which has greater number of alkyl groups attached to doubly bonded carbon atoms. More substituted double bond is formed. Now what is this mono substituted, di substituted? It can given by this example. So across this double bond, one hydrogen is replaced by one alkyl group. So it is mono substituted. Here in this case, across this carbon-carbon double bond, one hydrogen is replaced by one alkyl group, and here from this carbon, it is one hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group. So two alkyl groups, so it is called as di-substituted alkene. In this third case, from this carbon, both hydrogens are replaced by two alkyl groups, and from this carbon, one hydrogen is replaced by one alkyl group, and hydrogen is as it is. So there are three alkyl groups, 1, 2, and this is 3 across this carbon-carbon double bond. So it is tri-substituted alkene. Now it is clear, this is tetra-substituted. So these two carbons, doubly bonded carbons, their both hydrogens are replaced by two alkyl groups, and here this carbon also has two alkyl groups by replacing two hydrogen atoms. Now let us see one example. First, CH3C, CH3, CH3Br. Now here this carbon is alpha carbon, this is beta 1, beta 2, and this is beta 3 when reacts with alcoholic KOH. So all this beta carbon having same number of hydrogens. So only one product will obtain. CH3C, CH3 double bond CH2. So anywhere here, if here double bond formation take place, CH2 double bond C, CH3, CH3, same compound. If double bond is formed here, the same compound means from this carbon, from this beta 3, hydrogen is replaced, and from alpha carbon, bromine is replaced, eliminated, then here double bond will form, the compound is same. Okay. Second example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, Br, and CH3. Now this is beta 1 and this is beta 2 plus 2 KOH, alcoholic KOH. So which is the major product? See here. It is tri-substituted. Double bond or alkene is tri-substituted. That is here two alkyl groups and here one alkyl group. And this is mono-substituted. See across this carbon-carbon double bond, here one hydrogen is replaced by isopropyl group. And here this carbon has two hydrogens as it is. So this is mono-substituted. Means this carbon, this alkene is major product, 2-methyl-but-2-ene, and this is 3-methyl-but-1-ene. Got it? So hydrogen from this beta 1 is eliminated, and this product form as major product. Now next reaction of alkyl halides with active metals. First substitution reaction, second elimination reaction, now reaction with active metals. So metals, sodium, zinc, magnesium, cadmium, they react with alkyl halide to form carbon metal bond. So these all metals are active metals. First, reaction with magnesium metal. Alkyl halide reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether as a solvent. So RMgX, this alkyl magnesium halide compound is obtained. Alkyl magnesium halide, this compound is known as Grignard reagent. It is known as Grignard reagent. This is organometallic compound. RX is organic compound, and here when it reacts with magnesium metal, the carbon metal bond formation take place. So RMgX is Grignard reagent. Alkyl magnesium halides are very reactive compounds. They react with water or compounds in which hydrogen is attached to electronegative element. See, RMgX plus CH3OH. It gives ROH plus MgXOCH3. Okay. They react with water or compounds in which hydrogen is attached to electronegative element. So here hydrogen is attached to oxygen, electronegative. Here also hydrogen is bonded to nitrogen, electronegative. Then it gives corresponding alkane. See, in RMgX, the CMg bond is polar covalent bond. Carbon pulls electron from electropositive magnesium, hence carbon in Grignard reagent has negative polarity and it acts as nucleophile as R minus Mg plus X. So the CMg bond is polar bond because magnesium is highly electropositive. It is active metal. Sodium, zinc, magnesium, these are active metals, and in this it is electropositive. Electronegativity of magnesium is less than that of carbon. So shared electron pair pull towards carbon. So carbon get partial negative charge and magnesium partial positive charge. So Grignard reagent, in Grignard reagent, carbon act as nucleophile. Wurtz reaction. Alkyl halide reacts with sodium metal in presence of dry ether and forms higher alkanes containing double number of carbon atoms present in alkyl halide. For example, if two molecules of alkyl halide reacts with two sodium atoms in presence of dry ether, it gives R bond R. Alkyl halide has only one carbon, but when the reaction complete, its carbon becomes double because R get bonded to another R, because there are two molecules and byproduct is 2NaX. For example, methyl bromide, its two molecules react with two sodium atoms in presence of dry ether. So we get higher alkane, that is ethane, CH3 bond CH3 plus 2NaBr. Here, one molecule is methyl bromide and second molecule is ethyl bromide plus 2Na. Dry ether as a solvent. So CH3Br combined with its molecule means its two molecule to form ethane. Then this bonded with this to form CH3 bond C2H5, that is propane, and third product C2H5 get bonded with C2H5, means its own molecule reacts two times. First product, its own molecule reacts with itself, it gives butane, and this cross CH3 bonded with C2H5 to give the third product. So mixture of three alkanes are octane: ethane, propane, and butane. Next, Woods fatigue reaction. Reaction between alkyl halide and aryl halide. Bromobenzene reacts with methyl bromide in presence of sodium metal with sodium metal in presence of dry ether. It gives toluene. It gives toluene. That is, aryl group and alkyl group get bonded with each other. 2NaBr as byproduct. Now only fatigue reaction. Reaction between two aryl halides. Two molecules of chlorobenzene plus 2 sodium in presence of dry ether. Both benzene rings are get bonded with each other. So this is diphenyl plus 2 NaCl. See, Wurtz reaction, it is reaction between two alkyl halides, same or different. Wurtz fatigue reaction, that is reaction between alkyl halide and aryl halide. And Fatigs reaction, that is reaction between two aryl halides. Okay. See the question. Two molecules of ethyl chloride plus 2 sodium gives dry ether. And here, second example. So for balancing this reaction, 3 molecules of ethyl iodide, 3 molecules of N-propyl iodide given in presence of dry ether. So we will check their answers simultaneously. Here butane formation takes place, and here mixture of 3 alkanes is octane. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3 plus 2 NaCl, butane, N-butane. And here with self, it gives butane. With itself, it gives hexane, N-hexane, and with cross ethyl with propyl. So it gives this pentane. Got it? Mixture of three alkanes is octet. Nucleophilic substitution of haloarenes. Next is nucleophilic substitution of haloarenes. Haloarenes are low reactive towards substitution, nucleophilic substitution reactions. It can be explained using 2 points. First is resonance effect. One of the lone pair of electrons on halogen is in conjugation with pi electrons of benzene ring as. So we are going to see the example of haloarenes. So this is chlorobenzene. In this chlorobenzene, the electron pair on this electron pair on halogen is in conjugation with the conjugation system of benzene ring. What is conjugation system? So alternate double and single bonds present. See, single, double, single, double, single, double. So there is conjugation system, or these are also called as pi electrons. These pi electrons can be delocalized. So here only pi electrons are considered because the electrons of sigma bond, these sigma bonded electrons, they are localized, they are stable, they are stationary, not movable. So here this alternate double bonds means alternate pi bonds. Now here this electron pair on halogen, it is also having conjugation. So this electron pair goes here, it forms double bond, and here on chlorine positive charge will be there, and this pi electron goes here to give negative charge. Two electrons, both electrons means one negative charge. Again, this way resonance take place and negative charge shift over here. Again, in this movement, negative charge goes here. Again, stabilization, negative charge goes, means lone pair goes here, and this lone pair of or pair of pi electron moves here. So it becomes Cl benzene. So this 5 resonating structures of chlorobenzene. In first and fifth structure, only change in the position of pi electrons, in the position of double bonds. So that is because of resonance. So structure second, third, fourth show double bond on CCl bond. So here structure second, third and fourth, they show double bond character. They show double bond character to CCl bond. So CCl bond in chlorobenzene is shorter and stronger. Hence, it is difficult to break. Thus, phenylcation produced due to self-ionization of haloarenes will not stabilize by resonance. Got it? So here, because of double bond in this second, third and fourth structure, it has carbon double bond chlorine, this carbon of benzene. So double bonds are very short bonds. So these double bonds are shorter bonds, and shorter bonds are very strong. So it is difficult to break this CCl bond, and hence phenylcation produced due to self-ionization of haloarenes will not stabilize by resonance. Okay. Second point, sp2 hybridized state of carbon. As phenylcation is not stabilized, possibility of SN1 mechanism is ruled out, and backside attack of nucleophile is blocked by aromatic ring, which is ruled out SN2 mechanism. Got it? So here, as phenylcation is not stabilized, in previous slide we have seen that phenylcation is not stabilized because the CCl bond, carbon of aromatic ring and chlorine, this has double bond character. So it is shorter bond, and because of shorter bond, formation of phenylcation is not possible, not stabilized, and hence SN1 mechanism is ruled out. Backside attack of nucleophile is also blocked by aromatic ring. See, in this, at this carbon, the backside attack of nucleophile is also not possible because of this bulky group, benzene ring. Hence, SN2 mechanism also ruled out. Thus, the presence of certain groups at certain position of ring activate the halogen of aryl halide towards substitution. For example, presence of electron withdrawing group at ortho and para positions increases the reactivity of aryl halide to substitute X atoms. So if electron withdrawing groups present at ortho and para positions, then it increases the reactivity of aryl halide for substitution of halogen. Now here, ortho, meta and para, para nitrochlorobenzene. So this nitro group is electron withdrawing group, it withdraws the electron. So when para-nitrochlorobenzene reacts with NaOH at 433 Kelvin in presence of acidic medium, OH, nucleophile OH substitute Cl. So here para-nitrophenol formation take place. Para-nitrophenol formation take place. Second example, at ortho and para, both positions having nitro group, electron withdrawing group, plus aqueous Na2CO3, at 403 Kelvin temperature in presence of acid, it gives 2,4-dinitrophenol. It gives 2,4-dinitrophenol. Nucleophile OH minus 2,4-dinitrophenol formation take place. Now here ortho, this is also ortho position and this is para position. At this all three positions, electron withdrawing nitro groups 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, electron withdrawing groups. So it require only warming with water. So nucleophile OH minus substitute Cl, and here 2,4,6 trinitrophenol formation take place. Electron withdrawing group at meta position has no effect on reactivity. If the electron withdrawing group present at this meta position, it has no effect on the reactivity of aryl benzene for nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now see the table for nucleophilic substitution reactions of alkyl halides. Now here alkyl halides in this first column reagent, second column, and here the substitution product is given. In third column substitution products given. Alkyl halide plus aqueous NaOH or KOH. So halogen X is substituted by OH and corresponding alcohol formation take place. Rx plus NaOR, sodium alkoxide. Nucleophile is OR minus, so it substitutes X, so it gives formation of ether. X is replaced by OR, so ROR plus NaX. Third reaction, alkyl halide plus silver salt of carboxylic acid, RCOOAg. It is silver salt of carboxylic acid. When heated, it gives X is substituted by this group. Let me show. So this carboxylate group RCOOR, it is ester. It is ester plus silver halide form as precipitate. Alkyl halide plus alcoholic ammonia under pressure, H plus NH2 minus. So halide X is substituted by NH2. So this is primary amine, RNH2. Fifth reaction, alkyl halide plus silver cyanide, alcoholic solution. Heating. So X is substituted by NC group, isocyanide group, R N triple bond C plus silver halide, alkyl isocyanide. It is alkyl isocyanide. Sixth reaction, alkyl halide plus alcoholic solution of potassium cyanide. Here X is replaced by cyanide group. So alkyl cyanide or alkyl nitrile formation take place. See the reaction number 5 and reaction number 6. In presence of silver cyanide, here in this nucleophile, both carbon as well as nitrogen, they are attacking groups. So in presence of silver, nitrogen attacks or nitrogen form bond with carbon and isocyanide formation take place. But when alkyl halide reacts with KCN, so carbon forms a bond with this carbon of alkyl group and cyanide formation take place. About that, we will see after finishing this table. So alkyl isocyanide and this is alkyl cyanide. Seventh reaction RX plus KNO2 potassium nitrite. It gives RONO plus KX alkyl nitrite. So carbon is bonded with oxygen. Here this also acts as nucleophile, or in this case nitrogen form bond with carbon of alkyl group. In this 8th example, silver nitrite. So it gives nitroalkane RNO2 plus AgX. Now cyanide and nitro are able to attack through more than one atom. So they are called as ambidentate nucleophile. KCN is ionic compound. Potassium cyanide is ionic compound K plus Cn minus. It provides cyanide ions. Both carbon and nitrogen are capable to donate electron pair to carbon-carbon bond. Electron pair, so carbon-carbon bond is being stronger than carbon-nitrogen bond. Attack occurs through carbon atom of cyanide group, and alkyl cyanide is major product. While silver cyanide, it is a covalent compound. Silver cyanide is covalent compound and nitrogen is free to donate electron pair. This nitrogen has lone pair of electron. Now this nitrogen is free to donate lone pair of electron. Hence attack occurs through nitrogen and resulting product is isocyanide. See, potassium cyanide is ionic compound while silver cyanide is covalent compound. Here the electron pair of nitrogen is free and attack take place through nitrogen atom and isocyanide product formation take place. Similarly, nitrite ion is also ambidentate compound which can attack through oxygen or nitrogen. So here electron pair, oxygen having electron pair, nitrogen having electron pair. So attack take place through oxygen, then nitrite formation take place, alkyl nitrite, and if attack take place through nitrogen, then nitroalkane formation take place. Okay, let us stop here. The rest part we will see in next lecture. Thank you.